That was actually kind of fun. Okay, anyway, let's pray. God, thank you so much for tonight and for this series that we are in called Overcomer, where you are teaching us to overcome, to be people who get, we don't just get through life, but God, when we go through hard things, it actually makes us stronger. It makes us ready for the next battle. It makes us ready to accomplish what you've called us to do. So, Lord, as overcomers, we just get ready to listen. In Jesus' name, amen. I want you to turn to your neighbor. Ooh, I like it already. Y'all, y'all come on. Okay, all right. I want you to turn to your neighbor and tell him, if you're going to distract me,
then I'm going to snap my fingers in half the
I
universe.
will commit bodily harm. Afterwards, not during the message. Or at 418. All right. Ethan, that's enough. When I was 11, I'm going to tell you a story about... Y'all are around. Y'all
Guys, story time.
Thank you. A little magic carpet. All right. When I was 11, I went to California to hang out with my family and to visit my relatives. And at this time, I really liked horses. Now, I still like horses, okay? Now, here's the thing. I know you guys are like, Josh doesn't like pets and all that kind of stuff. That's true, but if there was one animal that I was like, I would have one of those, it was a horse. All right? Horses are noble, right? It's like you can ride a horse. You can't really ride a lion. I mean, like, you could try, but it really wouldn't turn out, unless it's Aslan, like, it's not going to turn out too good, right? But a horse, you, like, ride them into battle. They're large, they flick their tail, they do that thing, you're like, wow, they're so majestic, you know? I wanted a horse. And so I get to California, and I find this thing of, like, things to do in the community, and it's like, hey, you can do a 1-week horse riding camp. And I was like, Mama, I need to do this camp. So she signed me up for this camp. I was so excited. They have little horse t-shirts and everything. Signed up for this camp. I don't really know how to ride a horse. That's what they're supposed to teach you. And so we're going on a trail. And when you're going to one of these camps and you're on these horses are used to kids that don't know what they are doing. So they don't really pay attention to you. They don't care. You're up there, but they don't really care that you're there. They're not paying attention to you. They really care about the horse in front of them. So we're on this trail, and we're riding, and we're walking. I'm just feeling like John Wayne. I don't know who that is, but I'm riding. I feel like John Wayne, Clint Eastwood. We're just going. We're having it. We're going a good time. Like, man, this is like, and then the girl in the very front of the line, she knows how to ride. I mean, she has her own horse. She's got the, like, horse riding leggings, boots, saddle. She has a real horse riding helmet, unlike my bike helmet that's like halfway off the back of my head. She's got it going on, right? And so all of a sudden she's like, this is too slow for me. So she just starts trotting. Now, if you don't know, it's like walk, trot, canter, gallop. That's kind of the speed of which they go. And so it's kind of like a little jog, like if you were a person kind of like this. And so that's what my horse started doing. I'm like, oh, we go because of speed. Here we go, right? So I'm like going. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like. Right? I'm just going, my helmet's like you know how that, you know how it is. And so I'm going, and then all of a sudden my horse trips on a root that's sticking out of the ground. And the horse begins to fall. Now, I've fallen off of a horse before. I've fallen off a horse before this. And it's different than the horse falling with you on it. It's a lot scarier. All right. Now, in my mind and the way I would like to approach this, I would have been like cool, calm, and collected. It would have been like a movie. The horse is going down. I'm like, not today. Right? Leap off the horse, tuck and roll. We're good. Pick the horse up on my shoulders. We take off. We're good to go. But that's not what happened. It was like slow-mo, fast-mo, all happening at the same time. And we're going down. I'm like, oh. Wait, no. I was like 11. It was like, we're going down, and the horse goes all the way down, scrapes its knees, scrapes its face. I roll off the saddle like I've been shot. I'm like, right? I roll off, and then all of a sudden, my instructor comes over. I'm shaking, right? I mean, like, you ever been like scared, like, Like you almost just got in a car accident scare, like near me, and you're just like, anybody ever been there? Anybody ever been there? Okay. And the instructor comes up, and she says, you need to get back on the horse. I'm like, listen, I don't know if you saw what just happened, but I almost died. Death was knocking at my door. I did not answer it, but it was there. Death was, I was like, oh my, you want me to do it? She's like, you need to get back on that horse because if you don't, you probably won't ride again. And I was like, okay. Now here's the interesting thing. Here's why she said that. She said it because fear has the ability to paralyze you. It has the ability to keep you from doing the thing that you want to do, you wish you could do, you were hoping you could do. In your head, you can do it. In your head, you can get up and sing in front of people. In your head, you can learn an instrument. In your head, you can get an A on this test. In your head, but when it comes down to it, fear comes in, and you go, I don't think I can do it. You're going to perform in front of people or try out for this. I'm not quite sure. And we come up with all kinds of excuses of why we can't, but we all of a sudden become paralyzed by fear. Fear will come in and it will steal what God wants for your life to be. Now, here's some interesting things that paralyze people from fear. Found these. Some of you guys may have heard these before. Philophobia is the fear of falling in love. Heliophobia is the fear of the sun. Pretty sure Dracula had that. Catophobia is the fear of your own body hair. Now, I'm not sure how this goes down in real life. Alright? Lights are off most of the time. Somebody comes and turns on the lights. You're like, hey, how's it going? It's like, ah! You know when you see a spider crawling? It was like, my arm is that. Like how does this work? Oikophobia is the fear of appliances. So you're like walking into somebody else, like, okay. Who just has a fridge there? Who just has a fridge standing right there in the middle of this nook? All right? Sweet mercy. Okay. You have an oven? Didn't call the oven. Should have told me you had an oven. All right? How does Calrophobia is the fear of clowns. Justified. Amphilophobia is the fear of belly buttons. Here's another one. I'm not quite sure how this goes down. All right? So you're in there, you got your jams on, it's time to change for school, and you're like, oh, okay, where's the tape? Who took the tape off? This was taped last night. This was not showing last night. Like, what do you do at Lake Tahoe? You're like, it's like a horror house. Where are we? Where are we? Like belly buttons. There's just like, what do you do with that? Then you have nomophobia. See, I would think that you're not afraid of anything, but that's not it. It's the fear of not having phone service. Yes, it's real. 2018, people. Welcome to the future. Last of all is panphobia. And that is literally the fear of everything. It's just kind of this general sense of being afraid. You just feel like there's this something bad's gonna happen. Now here's the thing: is that most of you probably do not deal with the majority of these, including omphilophobia, which is the fear of belly buttons. But most everybody in here, I would guarantee, has dealt with fear and anxiety. Fear and anxiety. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing about fear and anxiety is that they're two different things. All right? They're two different things. Fear is when you know what the threat is, all right? So you're walking down a dark alley, somebody comes up with a gun, you're afraid, all right? Did I say a dark gun? Okay, never mind. Most guns are dark. Okay, so you know what you're afraid of. Second, Second is anxiety, and that is when you have a fear of what could happen, but there is no immediate threat. So you're walking through a dark alley, and you're like, somebody could be here. That's anxious. Most of us, I would say, live in the anxiety realm, where the fear, the thing isn't actually taking place, or there's no threat of it, but it could. It happened before, so it can happen again. It did it before, so it might do it again. And so we live in this anxious world. And I'm going to use fear and anxiety kind of back and forth because fear can cause anxiety and anxiety can cause fear. So I'm going to use them kind of back and forth. But here's some things that I've been thinking of. Some of you are afraid about not getting into the college you want. Some of you are afraid of failing. Just you're generally afraid of failing. Now, I was talking to my wife about this morning. Actually, I'm going to be really vulnerable with you guys. I was talking to my wife this morning about, I was talking to God. And for those of you who don't know, you can talk to God. He's a real person. You can talk to him like you talk to a friend. You're like, but I can't see him. Can't see your friend on the phone either. All right? But you're having a conversation. All right? They're not FaceTiming. We're just talking. Okay. And so I'm talking to God. And all of a sudden, God starts showing me. He goes, you're afraid. I said, well, what am I afraid of? He said, you're afraid to fail. And so I start kind of going through this process and go, well, why am I afraid to fail? He said, you're afraid to fail because you're scared of people's opinions. And if you fail, people will think that you are a failure, so you're scared of what they think about you. And I was like, okay, that's true. But I knew there was something deeper, so I said, why else? He said, you're afraid to fail because you're afraid that it will disqualify you from succeeding in the future. And I was like, we're getting really deep here, Lord. This hurts. I said, well, why else? He said, you're afraid to fail because you think that it will prove this thought that you've had in the back of your head that you may not be able to succeed at everything. And I was like, okay. So I started going through this process with the Lord, and he started speaking truth to me. But I want you guys to realize something. The fear of failure will keep you from trying. It will keep you from trying out for whatever team you want to play for. It will keep you from trying out for the play. It will keep you from trying out for the worship team. It will keep you from trying out learning an instrument. It will keep you from trying. It will keep you from trying anything because you said, I'd rather not try and not fail than try and fail. But here's the problem. If you don't try, you can't succeed. And fear will keep you from that. Some of you are anxious about not having money. So you're like, I gotta have a job, I gotta have a job, I gotta have a job. And so I'm getting a job, and so I got another job, and so I'm getting a job, so I gotta have some money. And so now that I have this job, it's like, well, I can't go to 418 because I gotta work. And so I get disconnected from God because I'm not reconnected because I'm working all the time. Plus I got homework, plus I got my extracurricular activities, plus I got my friends. So now I'm not connected. And so, well now I can't go to church on Sunday either because that's a day that I can work because I have school and I can work a full day on that day. So I can't go to church on Sunday, but I'm still reading my Bible though. Yeah, right. And so we're sitting there and we're like so anxious about the fact that we have to have money. Some of us are anxious because we're just so busy. I don't have the time. I don't have time. And we just sit there with this anxiety kind of, okay, what do I have right now? You ever have that feeling where you feel like you're supposed to be doing something, but there's not actually anything you need to be doing? Yeah, that's a horrible feeling. That is a horrible feeling. And we're anxious because we don't have time. We're anxious because we're afraid that we won't fit in. We go somewhere new. Maybe it's your first time at 418. Maybe it's your first time at a job or going to a new school. And you're like, I might not fit in. And we get so scared. Can I tell you, the most attractive thing is a confident person. When you can be comfortable with you, yourself, and God, people will just get attracted to you. If you're going somewhere new, don't try to fit in with people. You just love people and love God and watch as people get attracted to you. You're scared of not fitting in. You're scared of the opinions of people. How many of you could say that there are things that you have not done or have done because of somebody else's opinion? I have. Probably on the daily. Babe. I'm just kidding. Remember when I went and got that ice cream at 9 o'clock at night?
Yes, baby.
I love you. All right. Fear and anxiety are keeping you locked up. It's trapping you. And Jesus explains to you what's going on. John chapter 10. John chapter 10, verse 10. Jesus tells you, he says, the thief, you got that? The thief's purpose, the thief is the devil. His purpose is to steal, kill, and destroy. His purpose is to steal, kill, and destroy. And you know the easiest way to do that is to make you afraid. If you're afraid, he can steal your future, he can kill your dreams, and he can destroy who God intends for you to be because you are afraid, because you are anxious. The devil's got a plan, and his plan is to start putting lies in your head. Yeah, but what if this happens? What if this happens? You notice that what ifs are rarely ever positive? We're never like, what if I just walk into a bag of money? like nobody, we don't really think like that, you know? I want to start training myself. What if all of a sudden the pet tiger just starts following me and it does tricks and I make money from it? Like that would be amazing. Like, what if I get an A on this test because I studied really hard and I just remember everything that I'm supposed to remember? What if the college did accept me? What if I did make the team? What if? What ifs are always negative because the enemy wants to speak lies to you. But Jesus says, last part of that verse, John 10:10, pull it back up for me. He says, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy, and my purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life. Jesus' purpose for you, his purpose here is to give you a rich and satisfying life. Has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with material things, has everything to do with the way that you approach life. Do you know you can be full and have nothing, and you can have everything and be empty?
Yeah.
You can be full and have nothing, and have everything and be empty. It's not about what you have, it's about who you belong to. Because when you belong to Jesus, you have access to everything you need. Jesus has your best interest in mind, and so fear begins to go when we're connected to Jesus. I'm going to give you 3 things, and I want you to write these down. You need to write these down because you will forget them at home. If you have a photographic memory, it won't help you because I'm going to say it. 3 things that are going to help you. Number 1, you have to start looking at your future with Jesus in it. All right? So many times the reason we are afraid is because we picture our future without Jesus in it. All right? And I'll explain this to you. In Daniel chapter 3, there's these 3 boys, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Daniel was their homie, but he wasn't around at this moment. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they're the servants of the king. And the king has this wacky idea that he wants everybody to bow down and worship a statue that he has made of himself. Sounds crazy, I know, but this is the kind of stuff they did back then. He said, I'll make a 90-foot statue of myself, and the whole kingdom is going to come out onto my front lawn, and we're going to play some jams, and when the music starts playing, everybody will bow down. Oh, forgot to mention, if you don't bow down, I will kill you by burning you with fire. Side note. All right? So that's what he's going to do. Now, here's the thing. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they're like, hey, guys, we can't do this. We can't do this. We can only worship God. We cannot worship a man. We can't worship a statue. We can't do this. What are we going to do? We just got to take a stand. So that's what they decided to do. So picture this. You're in assembly at your school. You're in assembly at your school. Everybody's there. Everybody's standing. There's this big statue on the gym, and then all of a sudden, the music starts to play, and everybody bows down except for you and your friend. You're like, I think they see us. Maybe. And there's no hiding it. I mean, talk about peer pressure. Talk about the opinion of people. Talk about what are they going to think about me. Oh my goodness, we are the only 3 people standing, and all hundreds, thousands upon thousands are bowing down, and we're the only ones just standing here like little gophers. And so he brings them and he says, listen, if you don't bow down, we're going to fire you. And here's what they say. Verse 17. Here's what it says. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God whom we serve is able to save us. He will rescue us from your power, your majesty. But even if he doesn't, we want to make it clear to you, your majesty, that we will never serve your gods or worship the gold statue you have set up. Just leave it right there, please. He says, even if he doesn't save us, what does that mean? I'm believing he's going to do something good. But if it doesn't turn out the way I'm thinking, I'm not changing my mind. Because Jesus is in my future. God is in the fire already if you put me in there. And even though I don't know how it's going to turn out, I know that God's going to be there with me. So I don't need to be afraid, because guess what? He'll already be there. And whatever happens in the future, if God allows it, he will give me the strength to endure it. If he allowed it, it's for my good. Romans chapter 8, verse 28. Here's what it says. All things work together for good to those who love God and are called according to his purpose. Here's what that means. If you love Jesus and you are being obedient to Jesus, whatever happens in your life, God will make it work out for your good. If you don't know Jesus and you have wrecked your life and you choose to follow Jesus, he will make your past work out for your good. He is that good. He is that amazing. He is that loving. They said, I realize that we're believing he's going to save us, but even if he doesn't, I may not know what the future is holding, but I know who holds the future, so I will be okay.
That's good.
And when we start looking at our future with Jesus in it, fear starts to go. Man, what if I don't get into that college I was hoping for? Well, will Jesus still be in that future? Yes, he will. Then will he make it work out for my good? Yes, he will. Is there still a plan if I don't get accepted? Yes, there is. I realize that might be disappointing, but it's not the end. Yeah, I was going to play this sport, and all of a sudden I got injured, and now I can't play that sport, and I was planning on getting a scholarship, but now I'm injured, and now it hurts, and that was my dream. That's what I was going to do. But is he in your future?
That's good.
Then is it going to be okay? It doesn't mean it's not disappointing, and it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. It just means that you will make it through. Maybe you've lost a loved one. Maybe you've had a sickness that has just been plaguing you. Maybe whatever it may be that you feel like, if the future has this, I can't make it. That is only true if we look at the future without Jesus in it. So we must look at the future with Jesus in it. Number 2, fear God. If you want